Hi there, how are ya? Um, so you had asked for some recommendations for working your backside. And I'm going to give you a series of 4 things to do. Um, I don't know if you have a tennis ball or anything like that. If you roll this around on the bottom of your foot, back and forth, and it sounds kind of weird, but if you go back and forth and side to side and just put a little pressure on there, that's a way of getting some, like the whole kinetic chain from your foot all the way up. Okay, kind of wakes things up, and it will increase some of that flexibility. You can also do. Let me see if I can. So you can do things where you're just raising your toes, flexing your toes towards your shins, okay, and then pointing your toes out. I also like to just roll my ankles around a little bit. So in toes towards your shins, point your toe, and then roll it around a little bit. You might feel a nice little stretch right through here, all right? But it all starts with the ball, okay? Which sounds kind of funny, but it's an easy way to kind of get things going, all right? I especially do that in the morning, believe it or not, because I feel like when I lay down, you have your foot flexed all night. Sometimes that helps you have just a little more flexibility in the morning. So your first couple of exercises, I'm going to give you 4 here. And I have a chair here in case you need a chair for balance. There's no harm in using the chair. So what we'll start out with, though, is just doing some, let me see what I had here. Okay, so if you have ankle weights, you can use ankle weights, but you don't have to. So just to get started, anything where you have, so here's my normal position. As soon as I think about bending my knees, like right about there, that's when your glutes are going to start helping you out because they think you're going to go into a seating position or a squat, okay? So you don't want to do anything with your knees straight like this, all right? Always have your knees bent, and now you're going to shift some of the weight. You're going to have your weight more on your heels, okay, than on your forefoot, okay? So this is like the start of our little workout here. So what you can do from here is you can balance on one foot, and that knee is bent, okay? Because that's going to make my backside work a little bit more. And then I'm going to kick back as far as you can comfortably go, and you can come to the center, and you can also go to the side, all right? Back is going to work a little bit lower, okay? If you can't go directly to the side, going at an angle is perfectly fine too. All right? So I'll do it on the other leg here. I'm gonna balance with that bent knee. Okay? I just tightened up here like somebody just punched me in the gut, okay? Keep that nice and tight. And then you reach back. And you can add a little more. I have my hand here, so it's easier for me to balance, but that's all you do, okay? You can kick back like that and make sure that your bum gets a little tightened up right when you do that, okay? Your foot, if your toes are flexed, you're going to use that more, okay? If you use your pointed toe, you're going to actually feel your quads doing the work, and you don't want to do them in this exercise. So flex toes, just bringing your foot back, okay? The next exercise I have for you is actually using the chair again for balance. And this time you're going to alternate. This is actually kind of a fun one, says me. So again, a little bent knee position. And what you'll do with this one is this one's going to work the inside of your leg right here, okay? You're not going way low, just a little bit, like a quarter depth, okay? Boom. Okay, if you just want to do a little bit back and forth, that's fine. Okay, but your knee's always bent. Let me do it this side. See, so I'm not in a full 90 degrees there. Just a little bend, But when I come back here, I feel most of the weight through my heel. I feel this activated, okay? And when I come back, I'm not pushing, okay? I'm pulling through, okay? Use this to pull yourself through. So let's do that again. So back, center. If you want to go diagonal, you can. Back and forth gets the job done, okay? And in between, if you can, to do a little bit of a stretch where you pull. I don't know if you can bring your knee across your midline, but this is a good little stretch to kind of stretch this out in between your exercises. Okay, so you have straight back, just balance and kick. That was your first exercise. Number 2 was holding on here and stepping back, okay, using your glutes to do that. And then the third one I have for you is just to do straight up balance if you can without the chair, all right? And again, you want your knees bent. If you have a straight leg, it's easier, okay? Bend your leg a little bit, all right? And I have this one, again, if this is at 90, that is actually an easier center of balance, okay? So if you can bring your knee down a little bit, that's going to be a little more challenging. So keep that in mind when you're trying to balance, all right? Now with balancing too, a lot of times I try and add just a little difficulty to this. And let me use a little weight here. So with this, and I always adjust shoulders back, and I tighten up through here because that's going to brace me, all right? So I can just concentrate on the balancing leg, okay? So now I feel the weight in my heels, got a little knee bend, and I can feel that my butt is tightened up right now, okay? I have this weight, and what you can do with this is just have it, bringing it back and forth, okay? Little more difficulty would be having it up over your head and back, all right? But back and forth works. All right, or, I'm going to switch sides, I'm getting tired. So we're going to balance. This one, you can also do a little twist. Okay, that'll work your midsection, but that's also going to work your backside through the balance, and it's actually something that you can use, like it's helpful, right? And then the last thing I have for you is to do, it's harder with this chair. Let me show you with a bench. So, and you can use your bed or the couch or anything like that. What you're trying to do is, this is actually probably going to be too low. You're going to want something that's a little bit higher. All right. So honestly, like the back of your couch might do, or anything where you're going to get kind of in a push-up position, all right? And when I tell people to do these, I say step back, but have your feet wide so you have a good base behind you, okay? And you try and get your shoulders over your hands, all right? Now, as I do this, I'm in what they call a plank, okay? But when I do this, I'm trying to keep everything tight too. So I have my legs tight, my butt tight, all through here is tight. All right, let me do this again. Out here, and I'm going to come over my shoulders a little bit. And now, tighten everything up. Okay, you are going to make yourself into a board. And if you can carry that or hold that for like 15 seconds, and then give yourself a little rest. Okay, and then you go back into it. So your shoulders over your hands. If that bothers you, sometimes I have people just do these on their forearms. Okay, and you can just do your forearm plank. Same concept. All right, I have my feet out back here. And see how my arms are on top, or my shoulders are on top of my elbows. Okay, and now I have everything nice and tight. So I am stiff as a board, and I try and hold it for like 15 seconds, breathing out, and relaxing right there. So those are your 4 exercises. You can kick back, you can do step backs, you can balance with a weight, and then you can try these planks where you have your elbows or forearms a little bit higher. So let me know if these 4 exercises help you, okay? And if they do, great. I'll see if I can give you some more. If you have any questions, just email me, okay? Take care.